Are you someone who wants to change the world? You look around you, all the darkness, and your heart screams that you want to make a difference? Well, stay tuned. We'll go into detail how you can do that. Welcome to my channel. My name is Leora, and I help individuals like yourself to discover and reveal their light within. We are now entering the new moon of Cancer. It is a water energy. It's a heavy energy. It's a very emotional energy. It's very deep. It will bring up different kinds of emotions, usually emotions that revolve around letting go, because Cancers love to hold on to things. And even if you're not a Cancer, like we've learned in Kabbalah, that when you go into a month, we go into it, the energy of it, as all humanity. So that means we're all getting influenced by the month of Cancer right now. And like I said, that could bring up some insecurities. It could bring up some fears and doubts. You know, Cancer is protected by the shell, the hard shell on the outside. It's very hard to get close to a Cancer. And sometimes we just want to retreat back into our shells. We feel like the world is too dark and there's just too much darkness and badness, and badness is even a word. You know what I mean. Okay, so we feel like there's just too much. It's overwhelming. That's what it is. It's overwhelming to feel. And that's what Cancers do. And so this month we're going to feel a lot. And feelings can get overwhelming. They can drown you if you're not careful. It's important to stay grounded in this month, in this time. It's important to let those emotions come up, but we have to know that emotions are indicators. They're never the truth. They're an indicator of what's asking to be seen and healed, what's underneath. And so maybe you are experiencing things that are maybe out of your control. Maybe you thought something should turn out a certain way and it turned out a totally different way, or you are in uncertainty right now because you can't see your next step. And that's what this is supposed to bring up in us. That is not supposed to bring it up in us to irritate us or to destroy us or, you know, just to torture us. It's never there for that. It's really there to give us an opportunity to transform. And that's why the energies come around every month, every year after year. The same energies come around. And the more conscious you become of it, the more you can rule it. Instead of it ruling you and it pulling you into its energy, you can stand grounded knowing that, okay, this energy is coming in. I know what's going to be coming up. I'm going to watch out for it. I'm going to journal. I'm going to maybe go swimming a little more. You know, I love to go to rivers. I love rivers. I love to just get in a river. It doesn't matter what, you guys know I do cold plunges, so it doesn't matter what time of year it is. I go into the river and I will lay on my back and let everything that I'm wanting to let go of just flow over me. As I watch the water flow over me, I release everything that I don't want. And then I'll turn around and I will swim upstream and I'll let everything that I'm wanting to manifest, I'm wanting to have into my life, just flow into me. And that's what we need to do with this energy. Even if you do it underneath the shower, it doesn't matter. Just as the water's flowing over you, just watch and just release things. It's a lot of release needs to be done this month. And how we do this is we have to know who our source is at every moment. And whether you believe in the universe, a higher power, your higher self, higher consciousness, whatever it may be for you, don't get hung up on the name of it, okay? Just know that there is a plan. And the things that happen in our life, we don't control that. We only control our reaction to the things that happen in our life. Okay, so those people that are supposed to come into your life, those challenges that are supposed to come into your life, they're supposed to be there. You have contracts with these situations, with these scenarios, with these people. Okay, they're supposed to be there. But how you react at any given time, that is where your power, your self-empowerment comes in. And a lot of the times we will just act out of default. it's just like a default pattern that we fall into. That's our default reaction. And we get mad when that happens. We get sad when that happens. We get upset when things go out of our control. So we want to watch. We want to recognize our default patterns, and we want, because that's our ego. And if we watch our default pattern and we do the opposite, then you are transforming. Then you're expanding your vessel, which means you're bringing more light into your own vessel, which means you're bringing more light to the entire world, to all of us. And that is the month of Cancer. The month of Cancer is about removing sorrow. How do I go about in the world and remove sorrow? Like I started at the beginning of this, there's a lot of darkness out there right now. How do we change the world? How do we change the world? Do we go march on marches? Do we go on demos? Do we go demonstrations? I think demos is German for short, but okay. Anyhow, so what do we do? What do we do to change the world? Do we stand up and run for office? What do we do to change the world? You change the world by changing yourself. If you want peace in the world, create peace within yourself and within your family. If you want to see more love, unconditional love in the world, then have more love in your heart. Create more unconditional love within yourself and to those around you. Each and every one of us, the more we go through our transformation, the more we expand our vessel to receive more light, the more light we can share into the world. That is the formula. We like to get distracted by trying to fix everybody else, about trying to say that these people are the problem. If they would just stop, then the world would be a better place. But no. It starts right with you. It starts with you looking within, with you going deep. And this is the energy of this month, is to go deep, deep into those raw emotions, those things that we don't want to look at. It's time to go deep. What are you afraid of? What are you trying to push through that just isn't working out and you need to let go of? Cancer is notorious for holding on to the past and shutting itself off because it's so afraid of getting hurt. If you don't ever open yourself up, then you will never know the joys of love, the joys of life. You have to be vulnerable in order to experience this life fully. Yeah, and you might get hurt. I'm not saying you won't. But with every heartbreak, you stand up. You learn something from that relationship. You bless that relationship. You bless that challenge, that situation you went through. You get your lessons out of it, and you stand up a stronger person. You stand up more determined. You stand up changed, different. But you get to choose if that difference is putting an armor on and closing yourself off to the world, or if that difference is going to be, yeah, that built character in me. That hurt like hell, but I can see why it was there. I had abandonment issues and I was afraid of being abandoned, and then lo and behold, it happened. Okay, and so when we stop projecting everything on the outside of it, stop blaming the world for everything, and we go within, we start changing the world. That is your superpower. So how can you, the month of Cancer is all about removing sorrow from the world. How can you remove sorrow today? If I stay just focused on myself and my process, then I'm going to be blind. My ego will try to tell me that I'm all alone and that nobody else is going through this and yada, yada, yada. But if I am going through my process, there must be other people out there going through a process as well. So when I pray, when I talk to my higher self, when I talk to the Creator, and knowing that the source is your Creator is essential this month, every day, but especially right now where things are going to fall apart and things are going to not work out and you're not going to have a clue what your next step is, then you really need to lean into the Creator. That's how you build your certainty, that you know that your higher self has got this, even though you don't know what's going on. Okay, so we're building that certainty. And then how do we remove sorrow from the world? When I know that I'm looking for my soulmate, and I know somebody else is maybe single and maybe also looking for their soulmate, then I will pray for myself and I will pray for the other person. And I will lift them up in prayer that they come to know the love of their life, their soulmate, that they transform what they need to transform within themselves in order to attract that special someone in their life. Okay, and so that's how we amplify our prayers, and that's how we get out of our victimhood. our just concentrating on ourselves and our sorrows and stuff. So when we start to remove our sorrows through prayer, we also remove other people's sorrows because we're lifting them up. And we have to realize that as you expand your vessel, as you transform your darkness, your inner darkness into light, you are automatically transforming the entire world and bringing more light into this world for all of us. And that is the secret. So yes, cancer brings with it a lot of challenges, but we, as the conscious people of the world, are meant to take this energy that is coming in and decide what to do with it. And that's where our power is. We get to decide, am I going to succumb under this energy, or am I going to use it and transform myself and thereby transform the entire world? The choice is ours. So I wish you guys an amazing month